it's the Motivational Mom. And just to let you know, you are motivational just by being you. And today we're just going to get into it. I'm here to discuss reason the career woman is lacking. How not to lack in 2025. And it all goes to the Proverbs 31 woman. We're going to get into it. Y'all ready to get into it? Let me know in the comments. Hey everybody, it's the Motivational Mom, and I'm getting on here today because I wanted to speak to we gotta stop the career thing for a second and going after our dreams. And I want to address something in my community, which is the Black community. There is some not so good statistics on one of the main relationships that God has put in the earth, and that is marriage. Hey everyone, it's the Motivational Mom, and I just want to get on here and discuss what is going on in the Black community. And I just want to speak to something that is one of the most important things that God discuss in Genesis, and that is to find a wife, you find a good thing. In Genesis 2:18, God talks about it's not good for man to be alone. And picking up later in the Old Testament of Proverbs 31, King Lemuel, his mother, Proverbs 31 is his words, but it was the oracle that his mother spake to him. It is what his mother said to him that he wrote in Proverbs 31. And this speaks to the culture. We as Black people were the culture who passed down stories through oracle, who passed down stories oracally. So King Lemuel is a Black man. With that being said, she just gets frank with him, like, hey, let me tell you something. This is what you need to look for. First, she tells him what not to do. Don't give your strength to women. Let's just read it. It says, the words of King Lemuel, the oracle which his mother told him. What, O my son? This is the Amplified. And what, O son of my womb? And what shall I advise you, O son of my vows? Do not give your generative strength to women, neither foreign women, neither foreign wives in marriage of alliances, nor concubines, nor your ways to that which destroy kings. And then she goes on to say in verse 4, it is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, or for the rulers to destroy strong. In verse 4, she says, it's not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, or for rulers to desire strong drink. Then she goes on and tells him that, otherwise they drink and forget the law and its decrees, and perverts the rights and justice of all the afflicted. Give strong drink as medicine to him who is ready to pass away, and wine to him whose life is bitter. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and no longer remember his trouble. Open your mouth for the mute, for the rights of all who are unfortunate and defenseless. Now we're in verse 9. Open your mouth, judge righteously, and administer justice for the afflicted and needy. Now, the queen, the mom, she's getting into what she was talking to him about at first in verse 10. So she's telling him, like, don't give your strength to women, and watch out for aligning yourself with the foreign wives. And she goes in verse 10 and says, an excellent woman, one who is spiritual, capable, intelligent, and virtuous. Who is he who can find her? Her value is more precious than jewels, and her worth is far above rubies or pearls. The heart of her husband trusts in her with secure confidence, and he will have no lack of gain. She comforts, encourages, and does him only good and not evil all the days of her life. So I want to stop there. We're going to finish the rest of the book of, the chapter of Proverbs 31. But I wanted to stop there and just talk to the Black woman, those that are not married, those who have lost faith about getting married. I'm not here to bash you. I'm not here to make fun of you, but I want to say stop on the career path for a moment. God's way is marriage, especially for those who have already um, been in fornication. You should be pursuing marriage or believing to be married. This is going to take more than just one video. I did my research, and it's not looking good for the Black community as far as one of the main relationships God put in the earth, and that is marriage. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I'm not a multimillionaire at the moment. I'm not going to be on here bragging about the degrees I have or I don't have. But I know the degree I do have, and that is a marriage license. Me and my husband, we have been married for 19 years, going on 20 years in 2026. Woohoo for us. Marriage is not easy, but I'm glad I'm married. And there are enough conferences, summits, panel discussion of, girl, you're on top of the world. You got this degree. You're doing this. You're running this business. You're moving this company's revenue up the charts. But the thing that's lacking is that husband. The husband is lacking in the career woman's life. And I wanted to speak to that, and I wanted to say, stop and wake up from what America or what these TV shows are teaching you, what your girlfriends are saying, what your coworkers are doing. They're telling you you're missing out on hanging out, you're missing out on a girl's trip, you're missing out on socialization or whatever it may be, but they don't know your tears that you cry at night. Black woman, you are valued. Black man, you are valued. We need to build up our Black men in our community. And I'm on here as a mom, as the motivational mom, speaking to what I know. I didn't really see marriages modeled the right way. Maybe one marriage 1 to 2 marriages I can speak to, but I know for me growing up, my mom had been married twice. My grandmother had been divorced, um, and so I hadn't really seen um, marriage. I've heard a lot of women speak to distrust of a man and girl, get your own, do your own thing. And I remember just one marriage at my old church growing up that really stuck out to me that I modeled my marriage off of. Um, and what I wanted, me and my husband, all of our kids are by each other. Um, and no shade to those who have, blended families, but it's just very scarce nowadays because our women are not being taught to um, value themselves in becoming a wife. I want to get uh, Black women out of the longing state of wanting to be married into actually walking down the aisle. I do believe the career woman can walk down the aisle, or not even just the career woman, the single Black women, because there's a lot of Black um, single women in the church as well that I don't know what doctrine they're learning, but being single is not fun when you get to a certain age. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you would want a protector in the bed next to you when you hear a loud sound, or you want a husband to be faithful to you. And so I wanted to, like I said, get on here and just speak to the Black woman. Stop. Don't let this year go by or you're looking down on maybe an acceptable Black man. He might make less money than you. Uh, he might not have the figures you have in your bank account. And marriage is where a woman is a helpmeet to her husband. So I do believe if you are making more money at the moment, it's okay to share that with your husband to be, or, uh, he is the provider. You got to look at everything that's against our race. I mean, they strategically planned for us to be where we are right now. Now, the Black woman is head of household. The Black woman is on top of the world. She has this false life that she has created and society has helped her create that. I got my career, I got my girls trip, I got my uh, speaking engagements, I got this and that, but yet at the end of the day she's alone at home, or maybe she's not alone, maybe she has a boy toy. But I'm trying to help my fellow sisters and Black women to not just have a boy toy, but have a husband. Also, I want to speak to not being ashamed to say you want to be married, not not be ashamed to say it's not fun being alone. I think if more women speak on that, then we'll have um, less terrible statistics. If that's something we could speak to, I was looking at the statistics on our Black community, and the marriage ratio and those that are not married is it's unbelievable. And I wanted to get on here because I felt, me and my husband, we talk about this all the time. That, oh my God, what is our women thinking about? Like, get yourself prepared to be chosen. Come out of your fantasy land. Come out of your dream world. Quit letting all these people give you applause and knowing deep down in your heart you got this longing to not be alone. I think about that. And I'm sure other women do too. And, God has somebody for you. All the other cultures, the Asian culture, in the statistics that I looked at, they have some of the highest marital rates and staying together. And the economic growth in their community is booming in America. They don't speak to it as much, like the percentage, like how much the Asian home income is building, how much the Asian income has increased here in America. But I want to, like I said, I'm here to speak to the Black women that, like I said, that are out here, doing what they can to live, to survive, to be happy. Um, but I want to tell you that it's nothing like having your own husband, birthing your children, or adopting children, you know, um, being a mom in somebody's life.